passion, pierced purpose. Now I keep hearing my demeanor is disturbing. To those struck in the moment, I be lightning bolts, jolts, jilts, spoken words that shake you up. I be giving you something you can feel. I am Sekethia Johnson, the poetic soldier. I am a dramatic narrative spoken word artist. You can follow me on all social media sites at The Poetic Soldier. That's at ThePoeticSoulJah. For bookings, performances, workshops, feel free to contact me today. And if you want to email me, that's the same thing. At The Poetic Soldier, ThePoeticSoulJah at iCloud.com. This is Atlanta's Blueprint to Success with The Poetic Soldier. Stay tuned for part 2.
Hi, I'm Coach, and this is Success in 1 Minute. Today's major topic is learn to say yes. Why? Say yes to new opportunities. Say yes to a healthy challenge. Say yes, you are grateful to some wonderful events that happened in your life recently. Say yes to some well-needed fun. Say yes, and say yes more and more. Why? Because when you look back, you're going to say, I deserved it. I'm Coach. Learn to say yes. This is Success in 1 Minute. All the information is below his and her YouTube channel, and all the information about our social media is below, as they say.
All day.
Debbie. All right, so, I want to move on, and I'm really interested and curious to know, because you're an author.
Yes.
Right? And tell us the name of your book,
Okay.
where the concept of the name came from, and just tell us a little bit about your book, please.
Okay. Oh, so Color Me More Royal is my poetry book. I birthed this book in 2015. It's near and dear to my heart. Now, Color Me More Royal, the title, more, has more to do with our ethnicity and me trying to find myself and my identity throughout my poetry. So when I first became a poet, it was more to me about finding myself and who I was. And in that, I realized that a lot of us seek for that same feeling of knowing who we are and our identity, and not just where we come from, but kind of what makes us great, what makes us special. And I felt as though a lot of my poems spoke to that, the fact that I was really searching for myself. And in finding that, it brought me to my history. And in my history, I realized that, what is shown to me in the media, and what I read, it really doesn't reflect the true greatness of where I come from, the true greatness of my culture and my ethnicity. So more speaks to more. I know when people see my book, they're like, well, I'm not Moorish, and I don't feel as though everyone has to identify particularly to that particular ethnicity, but as far as their greatness and their contributions to the world today that we still benefit from, I feel as though it's a great way for me to want to identify with royalty. So I named my book Color Me More Royal because the poems in this book are in essence a quest, a journey for self. It helps you to be able to not only want to ask more questions, but to see where I've been in my life as well, in my search for my history, and my search for, just the things that may have been told to us that were incorrect, the things that were told that were correct. You'll see that all throughout my writing, and the struggles that I feel as though we go through collectively in the world, and how we just search for equality. We search for this space where we can all just feel free to express ourselves. And that's what Color Me More Royal is. It's a poetry book that's a journey of self, a journey of greatness, a journey of who are we and how can we become better and actually walk in the power and greatness that our ancestors gave to us.
Unbelievable.
So yes.
That was concise. Give me love on that one. That was concise. You heard it. It is about that finding who you are, and maturing in that in order to piece together other parts of the puzzle of your life. If that center, that self, is not intact, everything is going to be out of tact.
So true.
So I appreciate that, and we're going to give you all the information where you can get that book from.
Yes.
I want to move on and ask you, what are some things or people that inspire you?
Okay. First and foremost, I must say, my mother, Desiree Johnson. Sonia.
What's your mother name again?
Desiree Johnson.
There you go.
Yes. Sonia Jendai is her I would say her business name, but my mother has inspired me on so many levels. She is the natural born hustler, the first woman in my life, the first person in my life I've seen literally make something into nothing. And it's been an inspiration to just grow up under her wings and to be able to see her nurture not just me but so many other people, so many other lives, so freely, so giving. And I've been able to just harness, you know, that same spirit, and I'm grateful for that. So she's been a great inspiration to me. Outside of that, I would have to say, outside of all the beautiful women in my family, I would say also great leaders. Dick Gregory was yes.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Definitely. I had the pleasure of sitting with Dick Gregory a few times as a teenager, and just being able to sit in his presence, the knowledge that he was able to give off, it actually inspired me, I guess, to be the poetic soldier that I am today, to speak truth, to not be afraid to say what's on my heart, to say what I know is true. And I feel like Dick Gregory definitely harnessed that spirit in all of his books, from Nigga to Callous on My Soul. The books that he created definitely were books that a revolutionary would say, would write, to speak on, you know, I don't care what you want me to say, I'm going to speak on the things that will make me, I could be put in harsh situations, but I'm not afraid. And so that's why I am a soldier today for my history, for my people, for my truth. And Dick Gregory and my mother, I could say, are the two pivotal people in my life that have shaped my way of doing things.
Your
and
lenses.
Exactly. My lenses.
The world.
Yes, indeed.
For your worldview.
Indeed.
Unbelievable. And I, again, just going to give a shout out to Dick Gregory, R.I.P. One of the things that I've always talked about when it comes to Dick Gregory is, you know, he purposefully named his daughter or daughters Miss. Because it was at a time where, you know, people didn't like to call, you know, black children or black girls, you know, by their first name or last name, and by their last name. They like to just, you know, disregard your whole person altogether. So he purposely named his daughter Miss. So you had to say Miss, whatever her name is.
Right.
So he was definitely legendary in his thinking, long time.
Indeed.
So you had the pleasure to sit with him.
I definitely did. And it's moments I will never forget. And just knowing, and his memory was just impeccable. I worked at Busboys and Poets in D.C. For a little bit of time, and I'll never forget, I was his waitress, and I just thought that he didn't remember me because I was a teenager when we sat and spoke the couple of times we did. And he walked up to me, he said, "Good to see you. Long time. How's your mother?" And I was like, and he mentioned, you know, her whether she was feeling well or not, because my mother had a few illnesses. And so just his memory, I felt just relieved and refreshed to just be, I guess, a person that he even, you know, remembered. But I felt like his spirit was just that genuine.
Got it. Yeah.
And I try to pick up on that as well. Everybody I encounter, try to give off that same energy that he kind of gave to me. In essence, to make me feel like family, even though I know that he encounters so many people throughout the day.
You're like, hey, I know you. You like, you dropping coffee now and teasing up. So thank you for that.
This is Atlanta's Blueprint to Success with the Poetic Soldier. Stay tuned for part 3.
Atlanta's Blueprint to Success, and I'm your host, Coach Hartman. This is Sekethia, the Poetic Soldier. Listen, all the information about where she's going to be is going to be in this video. So please stay tuned.